Newsfile is your most authoritative news analysis platform, and here on Newsfile, as always, we put Ghana first. And here is Samson's take, a reminder of the new land law, which punishes land guardism and all the cheating going on, especially here in Accra. I title it, "Let us beware, beware." So I plan to write about the public flogging of those lovers in Wa, and to repeat the education that it is unlawful to administer, quote unquote, instant justice, which I like to call instant injustice, even when people are caught breaking the law. Yes, even when they are caught breaking the law, you cannot constitute yourself to a prosecutor and a judge to administer justice to them. What we must always do as law-abiding citizens in a democracy of the rule of law is to do what the law commands: hand over suspects to police. But guess what? The people who did this in front of the Wana's palace insisted that that was their custom, and that they were punishing these people in accordance with their custom. They reportedly got a state attorney as a trained lawyer hired by the state, supporting their view. I tell you this, they see what happens in Accra, and I kid you not, it influences them a big deal. For the fear of losing votes, even political leaders defend, or will rather not do anything about assault and vandalism in churches in the name of enforcing a custom on the ban on drumming and noise making. Traditional authority declared a curfew in Kumasi over a funeral, and that was with state support. City authorities were applauded when they deployed guards with whips to flog people, make them squat and sweep dusty streets of Accra for breaching the law on using a footbridge. A mob killed a soldier, and it is taking forever to get justice, and in that process to deter such unlawful conduct. Party people literally got away attacking a court in broad daylight. Well, what do I know? So let me pause here and let me try minding my own business. Take a look at this thing that went viral, and it's a list that attracted my attention. It says 1 big ram, 2 white fowls, 1 crate of white eggs, 2 bottles of Castle Bridge, 1 bottle of whiskey, half a piece of white calico, and an amount of 30,000 Ghana cedis. Who sent this list out? Many of you are familiar with this. These are people who call themselves an Asafo group, and they are all over the place. And you get a land, they come to you and demand what they call digging fee. If you don't pay it, you're unable to develop the land that you legally acquired. So this went viral this week, and I felt the need to repeat the awareness creation about the new land law. Soon after its passage, I commenced education about it, brought the best of lawyers in land law on Newsfile to help us with the education. The legislator made it, and the president assented to it on December 23, 2020. So it is a law and must be obeyed. So now, if you were engaged in the fraud of selling land that does not belong to you, as though it were yours, you commit a crime and you will be forced to pay between 84,000 cedis and 180,000, or you could face the possibility of going to jail, or even in addition to the fine, be thrown into jail for 7 to 15 years. By the law, this punishment also goes for people who engage in land transaction without authority, and these include chiefs who sell lands that don't belong to them, who are in the fraudulent conduct of selling one piece of land to 2 or more people. Of course, those who come asking for digging fee are also included. And in the law, in Section 12 of the Land Act, it says a person who unlawfully exercises or purports to exercise supervision of or control of land and development in a location and has no interest in that land stand the problem or the risk of being taken to jail to spend as many as 15 years. Again, the law says you have the right to go to a court without initiating a suit to ask for a restraining order to stop them from coming onto the property so that you can develop it in peace. I wish that what happens in Kumasi could also happen in Accra, where this double sale is clearly avoided. So let us beware. Thank you very much. And that is my take. Don't pay money to people who don't deserve it. Now, this show is brought to you by the candid sponsorship of Bank of Africa, as strong as a group and close as a partner. MTN everywhere you go. Ashesi University, educating ethical and entrepreneurial leaders for Africa. Robert & Sons Optical Services, your comprehensive eye care service provider for 31 years. Waylead Properties, home is where one stars. And Europlus, where